All right, what's going on, pre-PT Nation? It's Dr. Sean, the physical therapy application coach, with my man Jiomare. Jiomare, how we doing today, brother?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. So you're coming to us live from sunny Florida, huh?
Yes, sir.
And where in Florida?
Specifically Miami, Florida.
Nice, nice. And Jiomare, I've been working with you for a few months, and specifically on your essays. But why don't you go ahead and tell everybody about your pre-PT journey? When did this all start, and where has it led to now?
For me in particular, I think I have a similar stories because when I listened to my cohort, we all had similar stories. For me, it started with a knee injury as a young kid. I had surgery on my meniscus. I had PT, but when I started looking at PT, I started seeing that compared to other physicians and other areas in the medical field, like PT is up close and personal, and it's more people oriented, more patient oriented, and that's what I wanted to be a part of. So, all before I fast forward, I've done some clinical internships, stuff like that, and I knew for sure PT was the place for me, and here we are today.
We made it. We made it. So that's awesome, man. So it started at a young age, and you kind of just continued to foster that interest. Talk a little bit more about some of your internship experiences. What areas did you have experience with?
Well, for one, I got to see an outpatient clinic where they handle mostly neuropathy type patients, older patients,
Hmm.
in and out. And then I also got to see a rehab, not rehab, a nursing home, actually in Miami, where they handled acute care, a lot of fibromyalgia, osteoporosis, like those type of conditions of patients. So
Okay. Gotcha. So you had a good mix of things that you were looking at.
yes,
Awesome.
pretty
Awesome.
solid mix, I think.
Very cool. Very cool. And do you feel like your pre-PT journey or experience was exactly what you thought it was going to be?
I didn't know what to expect, to be honest with you, but I'm grateful for the experience. I think it's helped me grow a lot as a person and solidified this is what I want to do in my mind.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, I like that you say that because it's not about just getting into school, right? Like there's kind of this transformation that occurs throughout that process where you really decide, is this actually what I want to do? You start developing those character attributes to get you ready. That's, it's a whole part of the application process itself. So now
Sure.
for the fun part, we get to do a little brouhaha for you. So you got some interview invites and you got an acceptance offer. Where are you going / are going right now?
I'm at the University of St. Augustine for health science, the Miami campus. I wanted to stay home, so I chose the Miami campus.
Awesome, man. Awesome. And where else did you get interviews at?
I got an interview for Indiana State University and then an interview for School of Upstate New York.
Nice. Nice. So you definitely want to stay in the warmth.
Yeah,
Cold up there. Either one of those is
very,
cold. Yeah.
very cool. I'm a South Florida boy, so I wanted to stay home.
Yeah. Yeah. It drops below 60. We got to bust out the winter coat. I'm in Arizona, so it's a different kind of heat, but I'm the same way. Like I can't take it. It's too chilly. So that's super exciting, man. Congratulations. And
Thank
now full circle, right? Like go back to yourself as a kid and say, hey, guess what? Here's how the story finishes. So besides wanting to stay home, was there anything else about St. Augustine's program that you really liked that made you want to go there?
For me, when I was looking, two things I looked at. One was kind of the equipment and what around there will help me to succeed. What I saw was a lot of equipment, a lot of state of the art stuff that they show like they're fully invested in providing whatever tools the student needs to study and grasp certain concepts.
Sure.
And then when I looked at the curriculum, the second thing I saw it was like a holistic approach. So you get a little bit of cardiovascular, a little bit of pediatrics, a little bit of everything. So you're not just a PT that can fit in one area. You're a PT that's better built to you can be put in almost any clinic, if you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're good at developing you as a generalist so you can specialize later. But that's awesome. And I think it's great that you took the time to dig in and do your research and figure out these are things that are important to me clinically. I think that's really smart to look at it that way. And props to you for doing the research and having it pay off and now living it. So along that line, you're in your first semester. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't know, almost halfway through, a little over halfway. And how's it going?
I've had some rough points, but I think that's to be expected. But it's so far it's been exactly what I expected. I've had a lot of fun. Like I said, I've had some rough points, but I've learned to kind of adjust and prepare better. And I think that's the most important thing, being able to get organized and prepare so you're ready for a graduate level education.
For sure, for sure. So, so you can help boost the wisdom of the people who are coming after you. What are some of those things like? What would you change, or what advice would you give to pre-PTs as they get into that first semester of PT school? What would you recommend that they do?
For me, I can say my first couple weeks, I was very nervous and very unorganized for whatever reason. So I would say to the pre-PTs coming in first semester, stay calm. It's gonna come at you fast, but stay calm. Listen to your professors. Take that syllabus, organize yourself, and have a nice schedule that can keep you on track. And after that, as long as you stay calm, follow that schedule to the best of your ability. Obviously, some things are gonna come in the way that's gonna mess that schedule up a little bit, but for the most part, if you can follow it close enough and you're calm, you're relaxed, you'll be fine.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. And I think that's I don't know, it just speaks to your character. You didn't panic, right? Because it is an adjustment, and I would be kind of depressed if PT school was as easy as, not easy, but like if it was just like undergrad. Like, you want to level up and be a professional, right? Be confident in
Of
what you know.
course.
So I think that's great advice. It's just be calm, weather the storm, get a good plan going. And I couldn't agree more. I couldn't echo that sentiment more. That's awesome. So now let's talk about, you use physical therapy application coach to help you with your application, specifically with your application essays. How do you feel like that made a difference for you?
I think that made a huge difference because I know for me in the past, I haven't been able to articulate my thoughts in writing as well. And I knew for sure if it came down to one thing, my essays would be the one thing that hindered me. So I obviously got to see you in through the one of your webinars, and it hit me like your writing style, because I've actually wrote in a couple papers already in my first trimester using the same writing style, and I've done pretty well actually on those papers.
That's awesome. Cool, man.
So that's helped me a lot. That helped me a lot in the past when we worked together, and I really got to see the full kind of like the full how do you call it, brain brainstorming
Yeah.
in order to go from one thought to the next and articulate at a high level. So
Yeah.
that really helped me.
That's awesome. I think that's I haven't had anyone tell me that they've used it beyond PT school, like in PT, like beyond pre-PT. So that's really cool that you've been able to implement those same principles, because they just work, like
Yeah,
regardless of the situation that you're in. And it really makes me feel good that you, as someone who identifies as like, I'm not a good writer, right? You've been able to take that system and use it effectively to help you in life outside of PT, like outside of pre-PT writing. Um, so that's awesome, man. And I think that's a great testament that you understand the system, you know how it works, you can apply it, and this is a skill that you can have with you forever to help you in whatever situations you're in the future.
yeah, it really helped me a lot. And for any other pre-PTs who are on the fence, trust me, it's worth it. It's worth every single dollar. If you're truly into physical therapy, if you feel this is the profession for you in your heart, and you feel you need that extra boost in order to solidify a spot in a program, trust me, it's worth it. It's worth the time, worth the effort, worth the money. You won't be disappointed. I can say that from my perspective.
That's awesome, Jamari. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that endorsement. It means the world when you have got people who've gone through the system. They can vouch for it. They're recommending it to other people. I can't thank you enough for that. And I'm super excited for you to continue through the rest of the semester. And sounds like you've got things turned around. We'll have to check in maybe like end of your first year, kind of see how everything's gone and how see how big that brain is of yours at that point, right?
That'd be great.
Well, thanks, Jiomare. Best of luck with everything. Please let us know if there's anything we can do to help you. You're in the physical therapy application coach family for life. So whatever we can do to help you be successful, holler at us. All right.
I appreciate that. Thank you.